Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Got an Elan Ripstick 96 for you today. This ski returns unchanged from last year. In 2025, the entire Ripstick line got changed and revamped. So this is now year 2 for this current green Ripstick 96. Remains one of the more interesting and more fun skis in this mid-90s category. We talk a lot about the mid-90s as it being a great place to be for mixing on and off trail, with as few compromises as you can get. Certainly it's not going to hold an edge or carve as well as a more frontside oriented ski, nor is it going to float as well as a dedicated powder ski. This one kind of slides right in the middle. Elan is very interesting in how they approach ski shaping and construction. They do use asymmetry. They have a right and left specific ski. That allows them to be more creative in the construction and the shaping process. These are built with a tube light wood core, so a blend of poplar and paulownia. They get carbon tubes that are milled into the core, so they remove wood along the sides, inside the sidewalls, and then put in carbon rods. So those carbon rods allow for increased energy, a lot more zip, and really good rebound in these skis while keeping them very, very light. It's not hard to say that this is not a 2-sheet of metal powerhouse ski. This one is more focused on having fun and kind of using your own ability to get the energy out of the ski, and it will provide a lot of that kind of electricity that a lot of skiers really enjoy without having to work too hard. You can bring them up to speed, they just won't carve as well as something with multiple sheets of metal. That's just a function of the construction, and that's fine. There's more carbon in here too. Below the core and above the base here, there are 2 strips of unidirectional carbon, and those provide more grip to the edges and provide more energy. Because it's closer to the snow, it really kind of takes the sound down of the carbon and allows for a smoother and quieter ride. They also dampen things with a flax laminate up in the shovel here, and that allows them to keep the core profile thinner overall because that flax is a thinner laminate. And what that does is makes the ski pretty flexible in the shovel because it is a thinner core profile. Some skiers might like that, some might not. I think that once you get past the flex of the shovel, it's a reasonably stiff ski. It's really just this upper portion of the ski that does have a fair amount of flex to it. That combined with the more dramatic taper shape makes this thing an incredibly smooth floater. So there are some positives there as well. But yeah, pretty sophisticated construction going on here. This is the 189, the longest length on the scale here. We're still at under 1,800 grams, 1,789. And that's kind of telling of what this ski likes to do, which is, for the most part, be highly mobile and agile. So whether you're taking it in the trees, skiing through bumps, even kind of laying it down on softer groomers, this thing's going to hold up just fine. That shape does make for a very interesting ski. Their Amphibio rocker profile is mostly found in the tips and tails. Basically, they're using kind of a twisting format here, putting more rocker on the outside edge and more camber on the inside. So what that does is it allows you to hook into a turn a little bit easier and more smooth, as that downhill ski will hook in and that uphill ski will ride along. So it's really an interesting blend of smoothness and energy that you get out of these. And the same thing happens in the tail, just easier to release, and it really helps you keep your skis more parallel. That's certainly one of the positives here, is that it makes the skis function as one cohesive unit as opposed to kind of a 1 foot at a time type deal. But yeah, that spoony tip shape does make a difference for sure in making this thing be a really good floater and a really quick ski for a 96. We do have some good tester feedback here from Alexander Connor. The keyword here, as he notes, is fun. It's a great all-mountain ski, fast on more groomed parts, and handled the heavy snow and small bumps. good for any conditions. He didn't test it in the woods, but handled all types of the mountain, steep, bumps, and groomers really well. So again, keyword is fun with this thing, and you're getting a lot of energy and a lot of pep. You know, I think that the speed is limited on firmer groomers, but when you're on softer stuff, it does just fine. So make sure you check out this Elan Ripstick 96 here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.